Imagine a world without geometry. It's nearly impossible, isn't it? And we have one man to thank for this, Euclid of Alexandria. This renowned mathematician of antiquity is best known for his comprehensive treatise on mathematics, the elements. The longevity of the elements must make Euclid the leading mathematics teacher of all time. Yet, the man who has shaped much of our mathematical understanding remains somewhat of an enigma. What we know about Euclid is sparse and shrouded in uncertainty. He lived in Alexandria, Egypt, where he taught his theories and ideas. The philosopher Proclus, who lived around 450 years after Euclid, wrote about him, referencing Euclid's arrangement of Eudoxus's theorems, his perfection of Theaetetus's work, and his irrefutable demonstrations of loosely proved theories. From Proclus, we learn that Euclid was in the era of the first Ptolemy and had interactions with Archimedes. However, the exact timeline of Euclid's life is a subject of much debate. Some suggest that he might have been younger than Plato's students, but older than Eratosthenes and Archimedes. Others believe that Euclid might have been a contemporary of these famed thinkers. Further complicating matters is the commonality of the name Euclid during this period, leading to potential mix-ups and misattributions. There are other sources that claim Euclid was the son of Naucrates and born in Tyre, or that he was from Megara. However, these claims are largely dismissed by historians of mathematics as either fictitious or a case of mistaken identity. A philosopher named Euclid of Megara did exist about 100 years before our mathematician of interest, but they were two distinct individuals. Despite the mystery surrounding his life, Euclid's influence on mathematics is undeniable. His work laid the foundation for much of our understanding of geometry, proving that there is indeed no royal road to this fascinating field. The man behind the math may remain elusive, but his legacy continues to shape the world as we know it. Euclid's magnum opus, The Elements, is a testament to his genius. This monumental work is more than just an ancient text. It's a compilation of the mathematical knowledge of the time, painstakingly gathered and presented with an elegance that is as breathtaking today as it was over 2 millennia ago. Let's delve into The Elements. This hefty treatise, composed of 13 books, covers a wide range of topics from the basics of geometry and number theory to intricate geometric proofs. The Elements was the first of its kind to present these concepts in a systematic and logical order, building from simple postulates to complex theorems. The beauty of Euclid's work lies in its simplicity and its powerful deductive framework, which is still the basis of mathematical proofs today. But the genius of Euclid wasn't just in his ability to compile and organize these concepts. It was in his steadfast belief in the importance of rigorous proof. According to a popular anecdote, when Ptolemy, the ruler of Egypt at the time, asked if there was a shortcut to learning geometry, Euclid famously replied, "There is no royal road to geometry." This insistence on thorough understanding, on following the logical steps from premise to conclusion, has shaped the way we approach mathematics and indeed all logical reasoning. The impact of The Elements cannot be overstated. It was the main textbook for teaching mathematics from its publication until the late 19th century. That's over 2,000 years of shaping the minds of countless mathematicians, scientists, and thinkers. It has been translated into numerous languages and has inspired countless commentaries, making it one of the most influential works in the history of mathematics, if not all of academia. Euclid's dedication to rigorous proofs set a standard for mathematical reasoning that continues to this day. His influence permeates every branch of mathematics, every theorem proved, every equation solved. And that's the magic of Euclid's The Elements. It's not just a book, it's a testament to the enduring power of logic and reason. Euclid's influence didn't stop with The Elements. He set a precedent for many mathematicians who came after him. His work was so profound that it found its way into the writings of other great thinkers. An intriguing example is Archimedes, a prominent mathematician and inventor who lived a few decades after Euclid. One of the few references to Euclid in the historical record is found in Archimedes' work On the Sphere and the Cylinder. However, the authenticity of this reference has been the subject of much debate. Some scholars like Yelmslev argue that the reference was added at a later stage. This claim is based on the fact that it was not a common practice at the time to include such references in one's work. Moreover, there are numerous places in Archimedes' writings where it would have been appropriate to mention Euclid, but no such reference is found. Despite this, we can't dismiss Euclid's influence on Archimedes or other contemporaries. His work in geometry was groundbreaking, and it's highly likely that it would have been studied and admired by other mathematicians of his era. It's also worth noting that Euclid's work was a continuation and refinement of the works of earlier thinkers like Eudoxus and Theaetetus. This places him in a specific timeline of Greek mathematicians, bridging the gap between the pupils of Plato and the likes of Archimedes and Eratosthenes. So while the direct references to Euclid may be scarce, his influence can be traced in the progression of mathematical thought. His systematic approach, his logical deductions, and his clear presentation of complex concepts set a standard for mathematical writing that has been emulated by countless others. Euclid's legacy is not just in his own works, but also in the works of those he inspired. His influence echoes through the annals of mathematical history, a testament to his profound impact on the field. As with any historical figure, there are myths and misconceptions about Euclid. When we delve into the annals of antiquity, the line between fact and fiction often blurs. One such confusion arises between Euclid of Alexandria, our mathematician of interest, and Euclid of Megara, a philosopher who lived about a century prior. It's important to note that Euclid was a common name during this period, which further compounds the confusion. However, through careful study, historians have been able to distinguish the mathematician from the philosopher, attributing the elements to Euclid of Alexandria. Now, let's address another layer of these misconceptions. Some Arabian authors have presented the claim that Euclid was the son of Naucrates and that he was born in Tyre. However, historians of mathematics generally regard this as a fabrication, a fictitious narrative spun by the authors. The absence of corroborating evidence from reliable sources casts a shadow of doubt over these claims. Moreover, there is the assertion that Euclid was born in Megara. Again, historians believe this to be an error on the part of the authors who first propagated this information. The mix-up likely arises from the existence of Euclid of Megara, whom we discussed earlier. The mathematical works and teachings attributed to Euclid align more closely with the cultural and intellectual environment of Alexandria rather than Megara. In the grand scheme of things, the mystery surrounding Euclid's personal life and lineage adds to the enigma of this ancient scholar. Despite the lack of concrete information about Euclid's life, one fact remains irrefutable: his monumental impact on the field of mathematics. His treatise, The Elements, has shaped mathematical thought for over 2 millennia, and that's a testament to its timeless relevance and universal applicability. While we may never know the full truth about Euclid's life, we know for certain the truth of his contributions to mathematics. Euclid's name is synonymous with geometry for a reason. His works, especially The Elements, have shaped the field of mathematics in ways that continue to resonate today. He didn't merely compile the knowledge of his predecessors, he built upon it, perfected it, and presented it in a way that set a new standard for mathematical proof and rigor. Euclid's seminal work has survived more than 2 millennia, not merely as an artifact of ancient wisdom, but as a fundamental building block in the education of every mathematician. His logical deductions and axiomatic approach have formed the basis of mathematical thinking, proving that his methods are not only valid, but also timeless. Beyond the confines of academia, Euclid's influence permeates everyday life. His principles of geometry inform everything from architecture and design to navigation and space exploration. His work is a testament to the enduring relevance of pure mathematics in our increasingly complex world. But perhaps the most enduring aspect of Euclid's legacy is his role as a teacher. He didn't merely dictate his knowledge, he laid it out logically, step by step, inviting his readers to follow his thought process and arrive at the same conclusions. This focus on understanding rather than memorizing has influenced pedagogical approaches in mathematics and beyond. Indeed, Euclid was a pioneer not just in the realm of mathematics, but also in the realm of education. His approach to teaching, which emphasized understanding over rote learning, set the stage for modern pedagogical methods. Even today, his work, The Elements, is considered a masterclass in mathematical proof and reasoning. Finally, it's worth remembering that Euclid's work was not limited to geometry. His contributions to number theory, such as the Euclidean algorithm for finding the greatest common divisor, remain foundational to the field. His work continues to inspire new discoveries and insights, proving that Euclid's influence is not confined to the past, but very much alive in the present. More than 2 millennia later, Euclid's legacy remains at the heart of mathematical study, a testament to his timeless genius.